John Alasia was really incredible. I still kind of can't believe that he agreed to do the record, but as soon as I sort of had the control and the leeway to continue making this record after I left Warner Brothers, John was the first person I wanted to meet with. He was someone I definitely wanted to sit down and talk about the music with, and luckily enough, I mean, I'd heard fantastic things both from Rachel and John Mayer, who both had worked with him in the past, and he really understood the music and understood what this record meant to me, and I guess sort of what needed to be done in the studio, and I had just 100% faith in him that it would be not only a great working experience, but it would be fruitful as well, and we would definitely get some stuff out of it that I would be quite proud of. But and the co-writing situation was sort of the same. I mean, I was lucky enough to get to work with people that I was a huge fan of and sort of seeked out on my own.
Beautiful studio. I saw the video on your website.
Yeah.
Dream place to record, huh?
It was
New
incredible.
York?
It was upstate New York, near Woodstock, and Rachel had recorded there before, and she recommended it, saying that it was just isolating and kind of the perfect setting for this record. And I wanted to be out of LA and out of New York because I kind of felt like I would be distracted in both places. So we holed up at this like beautiful cabin house that was built in the 20s, and it was the greatest experience I've ever had.
Oh wow! How long? How long did it take actually at that studio? How much time did you spend there?
We were there like 7 weeks, a little less than 2 months. Yeah.
So the writing process started over here, or?
I was done with the writing process before I went into the studio. It was strictly just to record and to track everything when we were up there.
Oh, gotcha. Did you meet with Rachel and the Weepies and Lori prior to that? And,
yep.
You know,
writing with them happened over like with that particular part of the record, probably like a year and a half.
Oh, very, very nice. How do you feel about not being on a major label this time around?
I love it.
Pros, cons?
Well, I haven't figured out the cons yet, and hopefully I won't. But,
distribution good? You got that covered?
Yeah. It's coming out through EMI, so it's kind of the perfect situation, and I'm happy to sort of be a guinea pig artist in terms of this particular type of deal in a more mainstream sense. But yeah, I mean, I got to have the creative control. I had no suits in the studio standing behind me telling me what decisions to make and who I should be working with and what the record needed to sound like, so I kind of feel like I got the best of both worlds.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, ask a personal question. Where do you see yourself by the age 30? Do you see yourself married, family, kids, career?
I don't know if I see myself married by age 30.
Yeah? That's just a question,
I kind of feel like I used to, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, kind of want more time for myself. I definitely see myself continuing on this path, but also finding more time personally just to sort of define myself in that arena as well. I mean, I love what I do, but the past couple of years I've also realized, like, I don't want that just to be the only thing that defines me as my job.
I read the Elle article last night.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Thanks.
I'm jealous, like I had a full day with you. I ended up at the spa.
We had a nice experience getting our hands and feet rubbed.
Yeah, that was amazing. And it sounds to me like you're kind of starting over again. Like this is kind of the second life of Mandy Moore. Is that true?
Sure. Definitely musically, but maybe personally I think I kind of feel that way too. Not even necessarily starting over, but maybe being fully aware of everything now.
Well, it's such a difference between your earlier career, I think. Well, not other than movies, but in music.
But musically, yeah. And even until recently, until maybe 2 years ago or so, I kind of felt like everything just happened in such a succession and such an order that, like, I really had no time to stop and collect myself and go, okay, now how do I feel about everything that's happened? And when I did, it all caught up to me and it all hit me, and I was like, wow. This is a lot. This is a lot to take in and figure out how all of this craziness has sort of shaped me.
Concerned with commercial success, or do you want to stay away from expectations on this release?
I want as many people to hear the music as possible, but I'm not expecting to sell 10 million records. So yeah, I would never want. I guess you never know, but I really don't think that.
I think there's some singles. Nice. There's definitely some singles on the album.
Thank you.
I can hear them on the radio.
Yeah, but I think in this day and age, I'm being realistic with the way the music industry is going and the record sales and whatnot. I don't have like those kind of expectations for myself. But I'm ready to step up to the plate and say, yeah, I want as many people to hear it as possible, and I want to go on tour, and I want to go on like a world tour one day.
That's going to be a question coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you decide on the album title, Wild Ho?
We threw a dart at the dartboard.
No.
No, it was just one of the song titles. It's my favorite song on the record, and I don't know. It was just like one of the first suggestions, and it felt really fitting because I feel like there's an overall theme of hope on the album.
Oh, very nice. What kind of bands do you listen to on a daily basis, and what inspires you?
Everything from like Jeff Buckley to Joni Mitchell and Patty Griffin. That's the kind of stuff that I listen to, and also what inspires me.
Okay, now the tour question.
Touring.
What are you planning?
I'd like to go on tour maybe this fall, like early fall. That's the idea.
U.S.? Outside of U.S.?
U.S.
Yeah, US.
Right now, just something small and intimate.
Okay. I know you're an American Idol fan.
Have not been watching this season.
Oh, Mandy.
I hear that I'm not missing much, though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know. You know, I'm voting for the underdog. Blake. I don't know if you know.
I don't.
He's the one that does the beatbox stuff a little bit, but he's different enough that I think he might have a chance. But
wow.
You haven't been watching.
I haven't been watching. Sorry.
Well, you better next time I see you. You can. Maybe next year they'll have a little bit more.
I've just been on the road, so I haven't been investing any time in it.
Okay, I want to ask you about the paparazzi that happens to be outside right now. They've been getting on your nerves a little bit lately, or?
I don't really court that attention.
Yeah?
It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know.
How's it been over the last couple of years? They've been stalking you and
they stalk everybody. Well, no, they don't do it. I mean, in the scheme of things, I get off very, very easily, but it doesn't make you feel special. Yeah. It doesn't make you feel different from anybody else. If anything, it makes you... It's embarrassing.
Oh, no.
Like, it's just weird. And I understand, like, it's part of the job, but not like when I signed up for the job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
back in 99 or whatever, 98 when I signed a record deal, like, the idea of paparazzi, definitely not what it is today. So it's a little disconcerting, and it makes me really uncomfortable. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Take my picture, like, when I'm on a red carpet, I understand, like, there's a time and a place.
In the right arena, I understand. Exactly. As far as dating goes, I'm not going to get too deep into this. I saw the look. Seems to me famous people date famous people.
Well, I think you can't help who you have feelings for. And you tend to meet people that you either work with or have some sort of mutual friend in common with.
Things in common, yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely not an intentional thing to seek out someone that's in the public eye.
All right. Well, at Band Nation, we have a bunch of aspiring artists that come to our site, singers and independent bands.
Cool.
And what advice can you give them in this industry, this day and age?
This day and age, I mean, I think this is the time for independent music. I mean, there's so many different avenues in terms of getting discovered with a bunch of different, like, online sites, whether it's blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? But, like, in terms of, like, putting your music out there, and I think now is the time to not pass up on any good opportunity to gain confidence and exposure and whatever it may be.
Okay. And lastly, what's next?
I don't know.
What's on the horizon?
What's
Any
on
plans?
the horizon? Touring. I have a couple movies coming out
movies
this
coming?
year. And
you want to tell us about that, or can you?
Sure, yeah. Licensed to Wed with Robin Williams is out on the 4th of July, and then Dedication with Billy Crudup and Tom Wilkinson is out in August.
All good